So we're here this morning with Victor Shaheen. Thank you for coming out. And this is part of our video series, educating our buyers and sellers why we do things. And so the home inspection, radon, underground oil tanks, the mortgage process, and the settlement process is very important, right?
Yes, so, very, very important.
So I want to start out with, I haven't always been with Shaheen Law Firm. I started out using a local title and settlement company. And the size and strength of your business was always appealing. I came and met with you and you explained the magic process. Can you tell me what magic, remind me what magic means?
Okay, so over 10 years ago, we hired a company out of Connecticut called Communico that trains employees all over the country on customer service. Magic, the letters in magic stand for making a great impression on the customer.
Right.
And it teaches you everybody is your customer, even your own teammates.
Correct.
Everybody you deal with. It's all about the way you treat people.
And trying to do the right thing by them and by your firm, and everybody wins, right?
Yes.
So Shaheen Law Firm, how long has your firm been around?
Okay, the firm was started in 1995. I founded it with my brother then, and we have started in Richmond, and then we opened offices not only in Richmond, but also in Hampton, Virginia Beach, and Fredericksburg.
What does your firm do to prepare for the big day, the settlement day?
Okay.
I mean, buyers always ask, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that with regards to the process? What do you do?
Preparation that goes into a closing. Once we get the contract, the most important thing we do is a title search. The title search reveals any possible defects that could affect the clear and marketable title of the property.
Liens and...
Yes, whether they're old mortgages, deeds of trust, judgments, IRS liens, mechanics liens, any of those things could appear of record, and we have to make sure that when the buyer buys the house, that all of those have been cleared so that they get clear and marketable title. So
you've got a lot of workers in the background doing these things behind the scenes. How many employees does Shaheen Law Firm have?
A total of, in Richmond, about 30 employees.
Okay.
And we have 6 lawyers full-time that do nothing but real estate work, and we have approximately 20 paralegals, 20 to 25 paralegals. So we have abundant lawyers and abundant staff to make sure that there's always coverage.
Gotcha. So back in the day, I remember like it was yesterday, our closing date was X, and everybody was working feverishly towards that. And somebody went on vacation at the law firm or the settlement agency. If somebody goes on vacation at your place, we have coverage, right?
Always.
So we won't be delaying closing because Victor's staff took off.
Yeah, and one of the other things I want to mention is something different about our office in Richmond than any other firm in Richmond is that we're open till 6 o'clock. That way people can get in touch with us after hours.
Right.
And so we're always accessible. And I also give my cell phone to every client that we have. Yep. And I'm available 24/7.
Well, that 6 o'clock is a big thing because then people, I tell my clients with the home inspection, with a lot of things throughout the process, we don't want you missing time for those things because you're going to miss time when you're moving. You're going to take a couple of days off and get moved and get settled. So closing later in the day definitely is a big help. What's the normal length of time for a closing?
Right. So a closing should be anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes.
Okay.
It may go to an hour depending on the size of the loan package, but anything more than an hour, there's something wrong.
Right. Okay. And I will say that it's very important these days. There's so many closings stacked up because of the way the market is. It's very important to show up at Shaheen Law Firm on the time of your appointment. Always
be on time, and never forget to bring your government-issued photo identification to the closing. Exactly. You must have that.
Sounds good. It's not always convenient for a buyer to get a babysitter, so I know we have some goodies for people that bring their children.
We have a huge snack bar for families that come in, and we also have a toy closet so that if clients bring their children, we take them to the toy closet to pick out toys to play with and keep them busy during the process, and they can even take the toy home with them.
Absolutely. So, Victor, what's different about your law firm?
Well, our law firm is a little different than other law firms or lay settlement companies in that we've been certified by one of the largest CPA firms in Central Virginia on the American Land Title Association Closing and Title Best Practices. What that means for you and buyers and sellers is that we have extremely high standards and strong processes to protect people's private information and their money.
Very important these days.
Yes.
So the next thing I want to touch on is title insurance. Lender's title insurance is not optional, right?
It's not optional.
So owner's title insurance is, and it always comes up in a closing. Do you want to waive this? It's already factored into the closing fees, but why is it important to have owner's title policy?
An owner's title policy is so important these days for many reasons. But I want to just say first that you only pay for it one time, and it's at closing, and the cost is in the closing cost.
It's already factored in.
It's
You've
already
approved the numbers.
It's already factored in.
Right.
So the key to title insurance is that when you go to sell the house, if anything was missed by a title searcher, if there was fraud involved or a forgery, title insurance will protect that buyer from the time they buy the house until the time that they have a death.
Right. Okay, and that's encumbrances on the property, easements.
Yes,
missed.
the title search will pick up any defects, and then we clear them. We make sure that the buyer is getting clear and marketable title, and when they buy that policy, they're getting insurable title.
Very good.
Any buyer that does not want to buy title insurance must sign a release. It's so important because later on, a claim could come, and the buyer at that point is left to pay for it himself.
Okay, and so fighting a claim, so to speak, if the coverage is only $800 to $1,000, that's in the closing.
It's in the closing
package.
costs, right? And the other thing is you only pay it one time.
You can't litigate that claim for $1,000, can you?
No, you can't.
So yeah, so that buying that coverage protects you tremendously.
It does.
So and I know that we always at the end of the closing process, we make sure that our buyers and sellers understand that you do more than just real estate law. Your firm, in my opinion, is the largest real estate firm in Richmond, but you do other things, correct?
Yes, we do. We're really a general practice firm. We do concentrate in real estate. We handle in excess of 500 closings a month.
Wow.
But we also handle criminal defense, personal injury, and wills and estates.
That sounds good. Okay. Well, thanks for coming out. Just
Thank
wanted
you
to
very
answer some
much.
questions for my buyers and sellers, and thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.